on
I
YouTube.
just pushed it.
Oh
I
my
just
God.
pushed it.
Cool.
I never even heard the music. Where was Go Live? Okay, great. Oh wait, my mic's working. Hey.
Yeah, you never press go.
Hey.
What's up, everybody? We've been talking for a few minutes.
Oh,
Yeah, we were just talking for like
Grandpa Tuts.
5 minutes, thinking that
Grandpa
we're
Tuts.
live.
I don't, dude. I've never streamed before. Where's Go Live on the YouTube?
On the studio.
YouTube studio.
Bro,
YouTube studio,
I'm
top right
trying to
where it
set
says
up for
in
this.
stream.
I've never streamed before, and none of these dudes are on here to help me right when I'm starting. Like, I'm like, hey, and I'm typing in Discord. They're in Discord. Hey, I don't. This isn't here. This isn't here. No.
there we go.
Hey, we got our first comment. This whole time we're like, man, these guys don't want to talk to us at all.
Then you jump in and you're like, Grandpa Toots.
Mister, I'm
Hey,
a professional broadcaster.
I do this for a profession. I know what I'm doing. Don't what? I got to push go live.
I can guarantee you they can hear us.
Yeah. I guarantee you they could hear us.
Your audio is going out to the stream. I did not guarantee that YouTube turned it on. I thought you had scheduled it.
We literally talked like 5 minutes to ourselves because it wasn't live.
And we were
But just before we, never mind. I was gonna say, did you schedule it to go live? Because
no, it doesn't go live automatically. You have to push the go live.
Disgusting. All right.
Oh,
yeah,
$54 billion bailouts.
Yeah, we were talking about USDC and how all that stuff went over. We were making sure everybody's alive because there was no comments, and there were still no comments. So we're like, maybe everybody's dead from tripping out about USDC.
Which is a nothing burger, right? I mean, USDC.
It appears to be solvent. So
for now.
And they're getting their money back.
Oh, yeah, I mean, USDC looks good for now. I'm not saying that USDC will crash, but if this same thing happened to Tether, it'd be a different story because there is no like transparency that USDC has. But the thing I worry about is I read an article, I think it was from Nick Carter last night, about how it's called Choke Point 2.0, and it's basically the Biden administration is like choking crypto out from the normal banking sectors, not letting them get charters.
Just a second. Toots, your gain on the broadcast is apparently a little low.
Me?
Yeah, just up your volume.
Check.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, that ought to be good right there.
Yeah, I did see that Choke Point 2.0. Like, anyone who bails this out, you cannot have crypto as part of your portfolio.
Did you read the whole article?
No, I just saw a highlighted portion that says anyone that purchases this is.
I've been unplugged. Say this again, because I was looking at the stream. I realized I also wasn't showing stream's host chart, which I am now.
It looks a little blurry. Maybe it's my setting.
Check your stream. Check your stream settings.
Can you guys see my chart all right?
Are you guys? Yeah. Is it blurry for you guys? Oh, you know what? You're looking in the studio.
Yeah.
You got to look.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Right.
I would say.
Well, can you guys see my screen all right? It's clear. It's not.
Yeah, the studio's only letting
blurry.
you choose 360p broadcast. So I don't know if can everybody who's in the real stream do like a 1080p at least on the on their settings.
I think they should be able to, but let's let them tell us.
Yeah, it's 1080p.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, that Choke Point 2.0 basically talks about how they're basically putting a fence around crypto and not letting them get any traditional banking stuff. So they're trying
killing
to
all the on-ramps and off-ramps.
Exactly. So it could be only a matter of time until that same issue comes around with USDC because they have no on-ramp or off-ramp. Yeah. Well, I mean, they just did that.
They've taken away one. They've taken away one of them. They're most likely there will be more to come, I guess, is the implication.
Yeah. And this article came out a couple months ago. It's pretty in depth. Maybe I should share that with the stream when I can. But it foresaw this whole thing happening months ago. And it could possibly get worse, which is crazy.
Well, yeah, they shuttered Signature and they didn't have to. I mean, it was literally, just
for no reason.
Yeah, they're like, we've got the liquidity, we've got the assets, but they just still came in and swooped them up. They're like, we're not gonna fail, but they took us over anyway. Well, it's probably because of their dealings with crypto, which is completely a huge overreach. But
well, it's 100%. Like you saw in the screenshot of that one where it was like, if any bank takes this over, they have to agree not to do crypto business. Yeah. It's crazy. So there could be more coming. Let me try to find it, the article. You guys keep talking, I'll get it and post it for everybody.
All right, so
you're streaming right now, Touch.
So we see you up on the screen. Let's have a look let's have a look at what you got.
Well, I mean, we could start with the ES and then go into Bitcoin and other alts, but we can also ask, what do these guys want to see? Like,
let's start with ES since it's on the screen, and then have chat go ahead and tell us what they want to see after that.
Yeah, all right. Talk about your macro. Is that still the same? Because it's been a few months since our last stream, and you were in the combo from the top, right?
High probability. Which that's almost a year ago now, 9 months ago, since that we've been going sideways, right?
Since June, yeah. Well, since June, he's talking about, I think.
Where you started your box was back June, July, something like that. So 9 months of. Oh, your mouse was over June.
Hey, Toots, they can't hear you. No.
I think it's Fash. So
everyone else Big Daddy J said the same thing, and so did Taylor. Whoever's talking right now, we can't hear.
He said it's back now, so I think it's just.
Nope, I was muted. Shit, I hit the mute button. Fuck.
He was muted.
Where did I don't,
comes again.
I don't even know how I hit the mute button. I must have just hit a hotkey or something. Fuck. All right, I don't know.
I'm really curious about your day job sometimes.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm about to get a new one too.
They're saying no sound again.
No, yeah, because they're on the left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I actually need to turn. I'm a little hot now. Check. All right, we're good. We good. All right. I wonder where they hear me up to.
They didn't hear you at all.
No, I was unmuted. you guys, have you ever heard me talking during this stream so far? Type in the chat what you heard last.
Well, they're going to wait. It's going to be 30 more seconds.
All right, we're good. We're caught back up to live.
Just start with your macro outlook again, because I talked about you were in the multi-zigzag from our last live stream. And I'm just curious if that's what you're seeing on the macro still.
Yeah, my perspective is unchanged because there's nothing that in the chart that tells you that it should change, although there's been no clarity in the chart. It's pretty ugly. It looks corrective off the high, but it could be getting motive, coming down here. We're zoomed out to show what the macro is. This is rough estimates. I don't typically do projections that I assign any value to until, they're almost in, right? They're just, when it's months and years or whatever, when it's multiple patterns in advance, it's just a rough idea, right? So we're still down here, 3,200 projection. Could the low be in? Sure. Maybe not. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't, because while I do believe that we have a pretty good count all the way up till this high here, since that high, it's just been nothing but ugly, right? We could have a multiple zigzag finish here. I was, at the time I had thought that we did, and I felt good. And I felt, even though it was ugly, good about the count all the way till we got there. I thought this next swing took out the high. Maybe at just the time I thought it would take out the high. If this had taken a new high, I was going to take a piss and just walk away. But really, I haven't, I've just been tracking the down move because is it motive? Is it corrective? I'm not sure. Right now I've been tracking it as corrective, but it could be more. But no, nothing has changed in the macro for me.
Okay, so you're still projecting for that 3,400 level, 3,200, I think you just said?
On ES?
Yeah.
Not so much on Bitcoin.
Well, yeah, that's pretty low for Bitcoin.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, okay. You mean like no new low for Bitcoin.
Right.
So on the micro right here, you have this as a multi-zigzag going down?
That's just what I've been tracking it as. But yeah, and here I can zoom in if we care about the micro as well. All right, so basically, yeah, just because at first I was tracking this as a motive wave off the top, expanding diagonal 1, 2, 3 to here. We weren't sure whether 3 ended here. Was this a sideways B? Well, it turns out it was. And I had said in an Outlook video for you guys that I thought that it was a sideways B. But I wasn't sure because it kind of got bigger than expected, but it didn't look motive at all. It turns out it was, because we had a perfect impulse off of that, and then we've made a new low since. So this was a flat, and because we overlapped with here, can't be a 4, right? Could be a 1 2 1 2. Wouldn't be guideline respecting if it were. So I would think that we could easily say at that point that this was a finished zigzag, and then this, I haven't assigned anything to it yet, is part of most likely either a full reactive wave or part of another reactive wave. So it could be, say, ABCW X, and then we're putting in Y. I think that ignore all this. I was just labeling it up for you guys as they were talking. This red count's fine because this looks like a clear double zigzag, but I'm thinking actually this looks probably more like an A. 1 2 3. I don't know. So this looks like it's probably an impulse.
It's so hard for me to follow because I only see the delay in studio and it's blurry.
Oh, you do see the delay? Yeah. I don't have enough monitors, boys.
So I see red, blue, or you're saying red, blue, but it's like a couple seconds behind. But yeah.
Anyway, to finish out, I think that maybe this is, so it looks, and before we ever made a high, or back here when we started correcting down, my initial thought was that we would create another high relative to this high just because of where we ended. But then, of course, we've gone way, way down. But I still think that might be the case, especially since this is coming down in a corrective kind of nature. Again, like I said in the last Outlook, could be some sort of diagonal, right, that would have corrective subwave structure, but unlikely. So we're thinking, my thought is probably WX, putting in a Y, so that's A. Probably B finishing up right around here, double zigzag B, and then we'll come down for a C, and then we'll see. And, that's just where I'm at. But it's been a mess, dude.
It has. It has definitely been a mess. So you think 3,300 is the low that comes at some point?
Yeah,
Because this is just like
whatever the low is the low, right? Is the low of the no of well, hold on. So we got to go back out here. 12 hour. So right now, just the Z on the chart is marked at, I think 30 was 32. But yeah, I mean, I have that as the low. But whatever that may be, again, I don't know if I was muted or not, but I don't assign much value to projections. I use them as rough estimates, would like to.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I project something, it's basically high probability. Like,
right.
We don't know if we'll get a high probability retrace to the 618, but we project from the 618 to the 1-to-1 and just take those areas because it could be a short retrace. It could not get to the 50. It could not get to the 382. 500.
10,000 people are listening to me right now.
Oh, really?
Oh. Whoops.
All right. Well, now that I sound like a crazy person, we heard dudes talking in the background, but guess you guys didn't. Anyways, projections are just high probability areas. Doesn't mean that's exactly how they go out. All right. So Toots is we're definitely going down to a new low on the ES. And I'm in the same boat, actually. That hasn't changed. But in the last stream, I think I talked about the expanding diag on the macro, right?
You did. Yeah.
All right.
Like an expanding diag A kind of thing leading the way.
Yeah. Yeah. For the most part, that has changed, but only in the way that I've had it labeled. I don't know if my chart is showing. I'll make it bigger.
I don't think you are yet. Can you switch us over, Toots? All right.
No. Okay. All right. So the way that I have it labeled, I'll just do this. I had it as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and I thought this was going to come down, but it did not. And then once it broke this, because that was a 4, I don't think it's an expanding diag labeled this way. This is a nice retest, actually. Because like this just doesn't look right if it were an expanding diag. If this would have come down as a 1-to-1 here, then yeah, but it didn't. I think it's short by pretty significant margin. So definitely would not call that a expanding diag, but this is probably where I'm leaning as my primary for this. It's just a ABC down, and now we're getting some form of sideways corrective structure. Yeah. And then we'll come down in an ABC fashion again for that Y. Now, it's hard to say whether this is going to be the low for me. In reality, I think we go lower than that, because if we're projecting for a 1-to-1 just off of this, and it's not going to be high probability. Let me put these prices back on there, but that's taking us to 3K if we do get a same relationship on these fibs. So,
and can you compress that screen just a little so we can see in relationship to the COVID low? Yeah, so see, we're not even challenging the COVID lows there.
Yeah,
really.
But it is a high value area, right?
Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've been, obviously, as you could tell earlier, distracted. You're not on. You've changed. That's your new. This is your primary.
Yes. Where have you been? I just talked about this for like 4 minutes.
Yeah. I told you I've been distracted.
Yeah. So I had it here. Let me go back.
No, I see what you got. Yeah, I know what you used to have, but I'm interested. It's interesting to see that you changed it. I like that.
So, well, once we broke this line as a 4, like that took that count out of the books for me.
It has a horrible look to it if it's an expanding diag somehow still.
Exactly.
Like it's just.
But one thing I noticed right before getting on this stream is that expanding diag is still alive, just in a different form now.
Give it to us.
So let me.
I see it too. Yeah.
It could
be a bigger 1, 2,
yeah, 3, 4, and 5 like this. I'll put
Yeah.
those in a different color. It's not my favorite, but it could still play out. Let me see.
I don't have any inherent problems with it. I mean that's a little funky. I don't like it breaking there, but the A.
Yeah, but we see it.
Yeah,
it's like the same thing with. I'm just throwing it out there as.
Oh wait, I was muted.
Idea.
I was muted. I just said hideous, fucking hideous.
How are you muted like every 30 seconds?
Yeah,
I'm muting so they don't hear me.
Yourself?
So that because I don't know if you know, but I've been sick, so I'm not trying to cough into them, and I got people here that aren't respecting the streaming. So I don't care if you guys hear stuff. I don't want them to hear it.
But I mean, I don't love it. I've just something I saw right before the stream. This is my primary, but if it is that expanding diag, and we're taking, instead of this fib that we're following, we would be looking for this through the low. Oops, I meant to delete that. If we're looking for the 2 through the 3, it was a perfect 618 rejection. Then it came up, got rejected at the 50. You can see this fib is in play. Now, we don't know if that's for certain because usually we'll only know if it gets to target and we see that reaction, but it's interesting to look at, that's for sure.
I mean, that's definitely an interesting, I think that's an important pull. I've had that on my chart, that the 618 from a measured move perspective, I think is very important, sure.
I'm just going to throw this on there so people have a visual of what I'm talking about. And I'm pretty sure that's all. Yeah, that overlaps. Let me check. I mean, I just saw this right before the stream, so I wasn't. Yeah, that's good. God, I hate when TV doesn't click on the thing sometimes.
Yeah, there's somebody who would throw a huge fit over that, I recall.
Is that me?
No.
Okay, good. Because I do that sometimes. I get that shit makes me mad.
So anyways, if this is going to be like a backup,
that's the one right there. That's the one that's going to be nuts because that's a pretty aggressive move there. Like it'll be a straight knife down if it goes there.
And the more I look at this on a higher time frame, like this daily, this looks a little bit better as a impulse.
Which one?
You say
the down move?
This one right here.
Yeah, that's why I was saying earlier, like it could very well be motive. And for me, I have been labeling it as corrective, right? But it fits better as a motive. And if it's corrective, it's like I don't know what the hell's going on. But yeah, so I think it fits way better as a motive.
Yeah, well, I'm still with you on the double zigzag looking thing because it sure looks like we're getting triangular, from June, July of last year.
Here,
I mean, it's hard not to see something like that happening. Volume's not really dropping off like that, but it's not towards the end yet either.
We're seeing a pickup in volume actually, which is crazy. You would think we would have saw the pickup in volume here.
Yeah, it's picking up. It's picking up in that the market doesn't think that S&P is worth less than it is now, right? So anything that goes below here is on sale, picks up buying. The market has set that this is a good low for sure, but does it hold? Just because the market is a fickle creature, right? So that's why I like
tomorrow
to think
it could be a really bad low.
Yeah, like I like to think of the auction process and all that a lot. But the auction process is sort of like a here, now, in the moment sort of deal, which is great for trading. But that's where the Elliott wave really comes in because, the Elliott wave is looking at today's auction, tomorrow's auction, next week's auction, all and what the expectation will be. You using those and the information of the previous 10 to figure out maybe what the next 10 will be, right? So, you know, that volume is definitely a bullish sign, but I wouldn't get overly bullish about it yet. Even though some of you have seen that I've gotten bullish on other charts.
Yeah, and when we think about or for those that were around for the last live stream, I was projecting for like mega lows where this was the great reset in a chart to where I was thinking we get in the low 2000, maybe even lower than that for that projection. I have that chart. Let me pull that up. I posted the great reset a long time ago chart, but if we overlap the fractal, I'm not huge on fractals, so this is just like take it with a grain of salt. I think fractals can be used to just fit your bias, but they do have some value at times. I can't find that chart, damn it.
Well, we do sit
So
here. We do sit here and talk about fractals all day. By the way, we should get off ES. I don't think our audience.
We've got requests for FTM.
There it is.
Matic at a low time frame. Riven.
Rivian or Riven?
Rivian. Yeah.
Yeah, Rivian. Whatever.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the game.
John, I've looked at that chart. It sucks.
Rivian?
There's nothing you can get from it.
We can look.
Yes.
I'll look.
Go for it.
Yeah, let's pop it up. That sounds like fun. Or pull it up on your screen. You've got you're broadcasting right now.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah. Go ahead. You do it.
Your broadcast.
I have it somewhere. Let me see.
The Hove. I was trying to give your Twitter thing, but it's already online.
Let me change the color.
Oof. That just looks. Oh.
This one's not vaporware either, right? They have a truck that's out.
They're out.
It's nice.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
There's somebody who drives it to Publix. Like he shops at the exact same time I do. Like every.
This is what I'm talking about.
He's there.
You can't get like anything great out of this.
There you go. Yeah. Other than it looks like shit. I mean,
you keep asking, John, but I can't do anything with this.
Well, okay,
I mean, I see what he can say. You could say that
an
you
ABC
could see,
done.
Yeah.
So
that's probably what John's seeing.
We had 5 waves pre-listing, and then we've put in ABC down because that would be my take on it. Time for moon now, right?
Well, this is pretty much the only thing I can probably get from that.
This is where Monty now.
I was going to say, have you got a Monty pull in there?
I just pulled it up.
This is
I was
what
going to say
I'd be
because that
looking
first one would look perfect on it.
Yeah, if you do a Monty pull from the high to $21, it just tagged the algo perfectly with potentially a Monty fifth on the 24-hour. So like the hard wick down, and now on the daily you've got the fifth wave potential kick down.
Is your screen showing or is mine still?
No.
Amani's not going to share.
I don't have.
You can share if you want. I can get you up.
No, nah. That would be too much.
So I mean, what was the zone you were looking for that?
For me, I just do a pull from the high, bear pull from the high to $21. So it should be the wick right
21.
Yeah, 21 even. So right
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And now look where the algo is.
Right at 12.6.
The negative 236 is what you're talking about.
I'm on log and it tags it on with the wick.
Hove's not on the bottom. Hove's not on the bottom.
Well, he doesn't have extended hours on. So at the bottom right, RTH changed to ETH.
Oh, no. Your eyes are about to bleed.
Oh, I have mine to where it doesn't change at all.
Oh, his didn't either. Cool.
There you go. So you've got it at 1924. Change that to 21 even. Just double click it and go to coordinates. And type in 20 right there. Or 21.
21?
Yeah. Pow. Barely tagged it.
Nice.
A bit of a reaction.
Yeah. So I'm posting the link of my chart right now.
I guess we shouldn't. Never mind. I was going to ask if you wanted to explain why you pulled from there, but we probably keep that in house.
If you want to,
keep that in
It's
house.
a member thing.
Yeah.
If you want to know how that's pulled in house, just watch the video. It's on our website, transformtrading.io.
So, I mean, yeah, I think this is the best thing I can come up with for this chart is maybe that $10 level, to be honest, because this looks like some form of corrective structure. This is probably a expanding diag for 1, 2. This is that third, just like we're seeing here in the oscillators 1, 3, 5, and now we're putting in a 5th on divergence. But we have to break this down, and I don't know what this is. It's just chopped, to be honest. This could be
zigzag of some kind, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a flat right here.
Yeah,
right
ugly
there.
flat.
I say
And
we
that
see.
just
I say
got
that we
an
see. You know what I'm saying. See, when I see this, I just say we see 5 swings. Who gives a shit what that 4 is now? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
unless you're trying to learn the theory. Are you in? Dude, it looks like these candles look weird. I was about to ask you if you were in
They
bar
do.
chart. Yeah, I was gonna say, are you in bar chart?
No, I'm
It's
not.
just
I
weird
thought
wicks.
The same thing. I was like, what the heck is this?
There must be some weird algos on this chart.
When it's low liquidity too. Well, there's a
Oh,
lot of
extended
liquidity on
hours.
this, too.
Turn
Yeah,
the-
he's on extended hours.
Yeah.
It'll
That
change
can
it.
make it look funky.
It still looks funky.
It looks a little better though.
Yeah. Yeah, but I do see that we see a good reason to say that there's potentially 5 waves ending. If you zoom into the 1 hour, 15-minute, try to determine if this 5th is ending, then you at least should correct that. At least correct from where the 4 is to the 5. That's the safest thing to do. Next safest thing is from where that impulse starts, and then even could be all-time high since it's correcting. But hard to say. But right now, I would just look for reasons to say like. We got volume dying. I don't know what the momentum oscillator is doing.
It's
ugly as shit though.
Yeah.
We're diverging a bit. Yeah, I mean, it could be. I mean, it didn't really react. It hasn't really done much out of here, but personally, I would say. But if you draw a downtrend line from that largest bump out of that last 5th. We are next one over.
This one.
To the right.
No, it's steeper.
Yeah. We're breaking out of this. Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not. Yeah. Okay, so if we were to break out of that, then maybe I'd, say, okay, go ahead, gamble something the bottom's in. I don't know. I would say if you're looking to buy for a bigger move, a long-term swing, just make sure you like this company. I've watched reviews on their trucks, and they seem nice, but...
Based on this, my target would be... probably $10, to be honest with you.
I watched the video. He pulled an 18-wheeler out of a snowdrift with his truck.
Sick.
I saw somebody who got stuck in a snowdrift and bricked his car getting towed out.
A Rivian?
So, yeah.
No, that's why they're stocked.
It was just
that's why they're stocked.
It was going crazy. It was like crazy viral on Twitter this morning.
Dude, I wanted the F-150 electric, but now they're saying they're shuttering it for now. I think it might be chips or something. I don't know. I mean, I can get down with that. I would say pay attention to that downtrend line. If it ends up getting up over that downtrend line we just talked about, maybe don't wait. I was gonna say, from all the shit coins that we've traded, this looks like one that's gonna come down probably a little lower and then go sideways until you're bored of it and aren't paying attention, and then it'll double in 2 or 3 days. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. So is that a temporary channel, the white one?
Yeah.
Or a final channel. It's a final channel. So I mean, it's past the median and hasn't reached the bottom. It's a weird spot for it to finish here, but it does have that Monty pool on it.
Yeah, I mean, this looks like
but I can't really get any resolution out of that. Really, looks like 1 2 1 2 1 2.
It's got to be.
Yeah,
well, I would say 1 2 1 2 3. It's probably if we're just gonna go on swings. And
I just did another Monty pull from the last swing down from the 2169 high to a pull to the 1421, and it tagged the algo there too. So if it gains the zero line at 1421, I say
so it needs to get a little more bullish to do anything with it, or it needs to get a little more bearish to take a stab at it.
Yeah, this could turn into something funky, but the immediate look is this is what it is.
It looks like it's going down, 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 down.
Yeah, I mean, these don't have to move as far as I'm projecting of just filling shit out.
And you can get
end up right there.
And you can get like lost in the sauce with these. I think the overwhelming idea is lack of resolution, lack of clear resolution. Weird
no
spot,
confluence really.
No confluence, yeah. Weird spot in from a geometry standpoint, and and the dude bricked his car pulling a guy out of a snowbank. So
Twitter's mad at him. So.
I would expect one more push like this to have like a lower low here in the oscillator, or a little divergence here for that last. And in my opinion, once you see this, I think that's a good area. But in all honesty, if you're looking for this for the future, here is not a bad spot to start DCAing. Even though this can get down to that $10 level, like we just saw capitulation right here. Look at those candles.
Yeah, there's a lot of volume coming in.
So, I mean, capitulation was all the way back here, and we've made a new low since then. So,
and you do have that gap above.
Yeah, the one way up here at $16, $17.
So when the bottom is in, I mean, I'd say that's a relatively safe target of once you found a local bottom, that's that's an extremely safe target.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing the divergence here already on at least the 4 hour. You're starting to see it on the daily. It's not terrible. Look at that capitulation candle. I mean, we're getting to high value areas. This is not a bad spot to have a long-term entry.
What's interesting is you say capitulation candle. It's a lot of volume, but it's not much price movement. So it's not like it's capitulation. It's more if it was capitulation, it was immediately
accumulation or something.
Yeah, immediately bought. It was somebody was deciding that price wasn't going to go down there. It's really what that was, and then they lost.
I wonder, Monty, if there's a perfect pull to be had on here.
Oh, bearish one. Well, if you've seen in the, I posted 3 charts. If you click the last one,
you just want to share, dude?
No, I don't want to mess anything up. I'll be kid friendly here. I don't want to mess anything up just with sharing.
That'll make one of us.
There is a perfect pull coming in. 1093.
You want me to throw it up there?
Well, here, you can do it pretty easy. Take log off, in my opinion, and just draw a...
Hold on, let me do something real quick.
Let's do this perfect pull and then move on, because I don't think many people are that interested in this chart, to be honest.
No, I agree.
Make sure you're telling us in the chat what you want to see. I mean, do you need to see Bitcoin?
Draw from the all-time high to the origin, like to the IPO price. So go backwards. Yeah, there. And that 1 to 1, it's basically kind of like that range, just a 1-to-1 range too.
Yeah.
Like you get that established.
So this is a bearish pull, but is it bullish implication once the...
Yes, the implication would be that 1125. 11, I think 1093 if you get right on it, but somewhere around there is going to be the 1-to-1 extension of the original price range that was established. So that would be a place where
some more
basically like a wolf range kind of thing.
1-to-1 in a log. Oh wait, this isn't even log. Okay,
no,
this
arithmetic.
Is legit. Yeah.
And that's that $11 mark too.
Right, more confluence to that lower number.
So we're getting close to the bottom. We're probably not in yet, but we're getting close.
Look out here at the volume. Look out here.
$12 or 11, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that volume is
people
crazy.
Don't. There's a lot of
There's interest in it here.
Yeah, when this thing goes, basically is people are saying it's a value down here, but people are also saying that it's not a value.
Matic was another request. What else have we got in there?
Bet and BTC.
Man, let's hit BTC just so that if we start running low on time and dropping, people have to drop off. They don't. I know that's the heavy hitter. Or would you guys rather look at something else quickly?
I don't know. I can jump into it.
Yeah, I'm good.
I just gotta find my chart. You want me to go first too?
Yeah, that's fine. I think it's your first step. There you go.
Yeah. So I feel conflicted here, to be honest. These are the two most important trend lines that I've seen that I'm watching, because I posted this on Twitter. It was a perfect back test of this, and now we've just rocketed it off in high volume. And put the volume on there. But when you look at the volume overall, it's not that much. We are increasing there. So I kind of lean more towards this still being that expanded flat idea. It's to the tick of this algo target of, if this was 1, 2, 3 and a flat here, that was to the tick of the 50. And now you see the algos are taking profit at that algo target. So I still lean in this direction that we're going to get another low. But the more I see this, I can see this as the way that I think Toots is looking at it, to where, I mean, we might be ready to go. It's just so hard to say that.
All right, where you at? Where are you at? What's your percentage?
Percentage shit. I would probably say 70% that we're gonna see new lows.
You're 70-30, so you're 70-30.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
your 70 and 30 would be the straight up bull is on. This is an impulse off the low, ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay, just to make
So,
sure there
like,
wasn't other scenarios that had a
No,
significant
no, like,
value. Okay.
I feel like 30% the low is in, and that's basically because of the break of this trend line. I would expect an impulse not to break this trigger line, but it has, and it has done so on pretty decent volume and strength. But if you look at the oscillators on the 3-day, we are about close to rolling over, and it doesn't mean that this move is going to be done. Just like it did here, it rolled over and then we got that hard next kick. So that could still happen, but as soon as this flips, then I think we're going to see that bearish move to the downside. And it kind of correlates with what I'm seeing on the ES, with the way things are shaping up macroeconomically and around the world. It's going to take a Fed pivot, and I just don't think the Fed is going to pivot anytime soon. But
Somebody pivoted over in Switzerland. Jesus.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
bailout, but yeah.
it's shuffling. Like it's kind of a different form of pivot, that's for sure. But
Yeah, it's interesting. They're gonna bail out the rich.
well,
Shocking.
they're gonna,
Has it ever been different?
True.
they're gonna waste all their money on the rich people first. The rich are just smart. They're like, all right, let's make our bank fail now so we can get the bailout while there's still money.
Well, it's like the SVB too. Like FDIC insures $250,000 per account. Well, it was all VC money, so it was big dollars, way over 250. And then they stepped in and was like, "Nah, for y'all, we'll you're 100% covered." Well,
Yeah.
but if
Even
my
though
bank failed
in
and I
reality,
had
if you look at all bank accounts, it's probably like less than 0.1% that are over that 250K limit.
sure, like our
And then
normal, your normal
having
credit union is not.
97% of one bank that's got it. I mean, that's like so shady. So
Here's
messed
the
up.
thing, though. Like, I feel like banks should have guarantees on all money that is deposited into a checking or savings account.
Should it be federal insurance?
Like-
Should it be federal guarantee?
No.
Well,
no.
I don't think so. But if there is a program that is there to guarantee deposits, then they should guarantee everything that isn't some form of investment. Because a
Right.
checking or a savings account is not an investment. You're putting it into the bank to hold your money, because you can't hold $500,000 in your mattress.
Yeah,
right?
you know what's crazy is, I was thinking about this
Yeah.
earlier today, is you think that you put your money in the bank and it's safe. Like, that's the safest thing I can do with this money. In reality, turns out, like, actually a money market account, obviously T-bills, but like I always kind of like was hesitant to ever put money in a money market because it's like it doesn't earn shit and it's basically like cash, but it's literally more safe than
because it's 1-to-1
Right.
like reserved.
right, and it's guaranteed. It's fully guaranteed.
They can't turn around and loan it out on you.
Right.
That's the other side of this, though. Like banks should not be in this issue if they just hold your money, but instead they take your money and they do fractional reserve banking. They take your money, give it to somebody else, and then somebody else uses that money. And then when that person needs money, they take somebody else's and give them somebody else's
now we're
money.
kind of like,
And that's why we're all here in Bitcoin.
Yeah,
That is
we're
why
sort of
we're
in a
Bitcoin.
systemic. Yeah, that's like we play in the field that we are on, and whether or not we agree whether or not fractional banking should be allowed. And I was going to say this a minute ago is what turns out is that SVB was really fully liquid. They just had to raise some capital by selling some bonds that they were already ready for. They weren't getting good rates for it, and then there was just a bank run started. And so even like when the government says we're going to fully backstop everybody on here, they're not going to come out of pocket. If anything, if the Fed, if the federal government takes it over, which they have, they're not selling them, right? I think that's been decided. I haven't been paying attention. That's a thing, right?
They're trying to find a
buyer. Oh well, yeah. I mean, just like in the 08 bailouts, right? Like the federal government made money. I think I think that's going to happen again.
Elon said he would offer something, didn't he?
He throws stuff out there.
What's going to happen? Jamie Dimon's going to make another few $1 billion off of it. It's pretty much what's going to happen.
Yeah. Then it brings up the question of to me monopolies in banking personally, but
oh yeah, it's not a good thing for small banks to be the ones that are failing.
Anyway, let's talk about Bitcoin.
Andre,
economics.
In reality, you don't need to put it in multiple banks. You can just open multiple accounts at banks. So you can have like 4 checkings account if you have.
You do have to have another person on it, though. I believe you can have like your son, your wife. It can't all be you.
You can use other banks too, or just put it in a money market.
I mean,
put it in a money market account.
spread your risk around.
Right. It's kind of like shitcoin exchanges, right? Oh, I got some over here. Oh, FTX blew up, but I didn't lose.
Dude, I do that. Am I the only one that does that? I have like 4 banks.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I'm a squirrel. I can't help it. I have.
No, I do that too a little bit, but
dude, I put nuts everywhere.
All
right. Okay.
He did it again. Another live stream with a clip.
Yeah, no.
Clip it.
See, I had cash everywhere. That's my problem.
Yeah, same. Or metal.
Well, yeah. I mean, coming back to where this started, I don't even know if I feel safe in banks anymore because, like, I have a credit union. I have a large bank. Actually, I have a couple large banks. I have Charles Schwab. I have JP Morgan. I have a credit union. But just the other day, Charles Schwab had to be halted because of stuff going down with them. So it's like,
oh, they're a buy, baby. They're a buy.
Where the hell do I put everything? And I got caught up in all of the crypto drama over the last year. I got caught up in the UST.
Hove is in his feels about all this, just so you guys know. Like
it's true though. Like I put money into UST to diversify my risk from USDT and USDC. I had freaking everything, and then I get caught in the UST and I lose money. And then this last weekend, I'm in USDC and I get caught in that too. And sure enough, the whole weekend I'm like stressing out. Do I sell this shit for 80 cents on the dollar or do I chill?
Thank God you didn't sell any, right?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I had a significant chunk.
I was trying to
Did you have
calm
your
the
hand on
waters of
the
the
did you
weekend.
have your finger on the button?
I was going to just put it all into Bitcoin and then hedge one, but I saw the funding rates and everybody was doing that. So I was like, there's going to be a giant squeeze on this. Like I bought Bitcoin, but not all my USDC on it, and I didn't hedge. So I made a little on that, but
would have made a lot more if you did it.
So you bought
yeah,
you bought it
sure.
you bought it with
sure.
you bought it with DPEG though?
No. So earlier that week, I put some USDC into Coinbase, and then I converted it into regular fiat. So I bought it with that, and I bought it with USDT.
Okay, so you were.
So
just
I was like shuffling money around to hedge in case USDC imploded.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
not a fun weekend.
So at some point, somebody's gonna have to explain to Uncle Toot the new Coinbase, because I miss Coinbase Pro. They got too much of my money for me not to know what's going on. Anyway,
so we've got back to the point. I guess we've got Hove's thoughts that he's 70-30 bearish to bullish. Toodum, what are you?
Hold on. One thing. This is going to be a big one because this channel we just back tested. We've tested it a couple times, gone over, rejected. We just back tested it. One time here and one time here.
That's 3-day right there too.
That's juicy.
That is juicy.
And got the 236 tag perfectly with that.
So
yeah.
Fall to the 50 to the tag.
So if we put 3 down, go above that trend line, where are you at then, percentage wise?
Say that one more time.
We go down, put in a 3-wave move off this current dilly, off this funding dilly, and then we
3-wave down here.
Yeah, and then we go up over that trend line. Where you at?
Then I'm bullish.
Full on.
Probably, yeah. This is a nice impulse off the low. This is another nice impulse. If we get 3, it holds this low. And gets above.
That is pretty convincing. I agree.
Yeah. That would make me change it. It doesn't even matter what price level it gets to at that point. It's impulse after 3-wave move, like above this. If it gets above this is a high resistance area. We've been following this area for quite some time. Gets above that $32,000 level on nice impulses, then I'd probably be way more bullish than I am now.
He was speed fan from the 3,200 low using the COVID top drop. Nope, not that one.
COVID top.
This one?
Right there. Yeah, now do MZ.
Both of them or just this one?
Either one, doesn't matter.
Whoops.
You don't just put it on the same fork?
No. Whoops. Those are off slightly.
Yeah.
I think the low is what's off.
The name is blue. The name is Blue.
Yeah.
Not even MZ.
Blue.
You're my boy, Blue.
Yeah. Blue.
This pin is blue.
Blue and orange.
Damn that! Look at that low. Ugh.
Yeah, that was nice. Tested how many times? Let me remove this real quick. 1,
at least 2 good
2.
ones.
Yeah. I mean, in reality, we won't know. I still think new lows are coming. I'm not going to be like stern about it, where I'm going to remain bearish all the way up until 100K. But I lean bearish for that new low. But if we do get that 3-wave move down and we start moving our way up, like I'm gonna have to flip, and that's kind of why I put out the dollar cost averaging strategies, because we don't know for certain. I mean, this economic catastrophe that we're seeing right now could have any implication happen, because like we saw, this rush to get rid of USDC over the weekend fueled this move. It could happen again with USDT. If there's a run on them, everybody could try to get out of USDT, and we're pushing Bitcoin price up because all the money's going into that. So I don't know. It's uncertain, but I lean this way. I still stick to that.
All right. We talked about this for the most part, so let me just jump over and tell you guys, if you missed it, if you don't follow me on Twitter, hold on. Let me give you that. Boom.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Let me give you that Sensei Tutum at Sensei Tutum Twitter. So let me give you why I flipped. All right. So first and foremost, I've been warning you guys for a few Bitcoin videos now, which I do every other week.
Make sure to hit that like button first.
That's right. I do Bitcoin videos every other week, or have been, and Hove does them every other week, right? So you've been hearing me at least for 2 of those saying, hey, we're not going to, actually more than that, but basically saying we're not going to sleep on the potential of, we're not going to sleep on this as an impulse, right? Especially even before it came up to here because of, well, not as an impulse, as a primary, it's an impulse anyway, but not as this, as labeled, right? We're not, see, I haven't even changed my counts yet. We're not going to sleep on that because we've, like, look at the, okay, so, you know, we'll go by percentage terms. This is a 65% impulse. Like, I haven't even done this yet, but if we zoom out, we'll go out the 2-day. Do we have any other 65% impulses that didn't then follow in a bull market? This is Bybit chart, unfortunately, so it only goes back to here. But the answer, quite likely, no. Like, this would be the biggest fake out in history. Okay, so even though way back, if you guys remember our first live stream as a company, we were bottoming out around here, and I was saying, let's make some dollar cost average buys. It's big flat, and you know, I think I remember the team, although Hove was on board with the charts, I think, and during the live stream, they were like, I don't know about that. But I remember saying at the time, like, we should do it. And then when this impulse finishes, everybody's going to be bullish and we're going to get wrecked. And now I'm feeling bullish. So I'm aware of that, but I'm also aware of the fact that this would be the biggest fake out in history. Okay. And what made me flip, and I was fully resolute, was that we put in, here, I'll get down to the
reverse capo, the biggest fake out.
Oh yeah, I mean, you guys might know this, but I suck at social media. I don't pay attention, but I did hear about that.
Well, he's trended on actual Twitter, which is insane.
Nice. The
People are
dude
just
that's
roasting him.
horrible at TA. I mean, oh wait, did I say that out loud? Former failed student.
Start a beef.
Anyway, the only person I've ever blocked on Twitter also blocked me. Okay, I don't know why I'm telling everybody this. Anyway, we had
he's not salty about it.
Not at all. Actually, I mean, yeah, he's an asshole.
I've got nothing against him.
I think he's a total douche. I hate him. Anyway,
the only thing that rubs me the wrong way about him is just the conviction and the way he sells other people on it.
Dude, when he was a student,
that's pretty much it.
I don't even want to get into it, but the guy doesn't know what the hell he's sharing with you guys. Whenever you hear me talk about people that pretend to be experts about stuff on Twitter and they're not, you can put his picture in your mind. And a million like him, but that's definitely one.
Let's move on from Capo.
Yeah.
I will say that I agree with you, Hope, with you've got 600,000 people following you and having such conviction, and it pushes a lot of people to maybe
there's some percentage of those people who are going to be like, oh, I trust him, I'm doing what he says.
Yeah,
Right.
because he has 600,000 followers.
Confident for no reason, baby. Confident for no reason.
Some
They are
might
not as
actually
smart as the
short.
50 people in here.
Yeah.
Some might actually short. Oh, I believe him so much. This is a bull trap, and then they get nuked, even though he didn't say that. It's just the conviction he portrayed.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's okay to be wrong. I'm wrong all the time when it comes to trading and charting, and even on stream.
You know what's not okay is to be blind to the fact that you're wrong, to never think that you're wrong. And I mean, we should definitely move on, though. It's not just him. I'm not even. Literally at this point, most of this thing I'm not even just talking about him, but he is the epitome of that thing that you guys hear me talk about. Why I hate Twitter and all those things. Social media in general, not even.
All right, get into your account. Let's get back to this.
Okay.
I love it though.
I don't care. Come at me, bro. Anyway, I mean, he's got to unblock me first.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you know more about Elliott Wave than almost anybody in the space, and so
I would say anybody, but go ahead.
Well, I mean,
no, I'm just joking. I'm feeling myself.
No,
Kennedy,
it's important to be able to
Kennedy's probably like, I
self-actualize.
think I know more than this guy. He took our course.
Right.
You're the Kennedy to Capo.
Yeah. I mean, I've thrown shade at Kennedy before, so I really do have an ego issue myself. We all do. I mean, you gotta have some.
I hear it.
You gotta have some. You gotta have some confidence, as you know. But no, I think Elliott. I take that. You know, Kennedy's really good, and that's one of the best guys you can learn from. FYI, but I think that maybe we're just a little bit. He doesn't do crypto, I can tell you that. Anyway, let's get into Bitcoin. So we had this perfect clean 5 wave, right? And then we had a corrective move at an adequate depth for a wave 2, broke the final channel, and then we made an impulse off that low that made a new high. And okay, contextually, what happens? Where does that leave us? Okay, it leaves us that this could be a zigzag, which we wouldn't really expect, right? It would technically not be rules abiding. To me, that's a esoteric rule that I don't even necessarily care about, so I'm not going to get into. But technically, it would be non-rules abiding. Very strange. And if this were to be a C relative to this being an A, very strange.
Very disproportional.
Right. So, yeah, that bearish potential exists. Absolutely. But other than that, I don't see any more. You know, a lot of people have this, and I think Hove, you might even be one that has this as an impulse to here. I don't believe so. I think that this is
where?
You have this to basically the whole move from to the current local high. Like your impulse is this.
Yeah. So mine would have been a flat where your 3 is.
Yeah.
The 4 is just down to the next pivot to the right.
Right. And the reason that, one of the reasons I don't like that is because I think this is a clear impulse. I guess it depends on the chart. You could make the case that I guess that this is a C of some sort to here, but I believe that we technically don't even make a new high. We don't.
We do.
We don't. Well, this is Bybit, but I guarantee you on index we don't. I have to delete this.
What high are you talking about?
This high. These two.
The last one?
These two right here. This wick and this wick. You can't see my chart really well.
Okay, there.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm. It's like
we were further to the right.
Delayed. Yeah. Well,
I'm not supposed
thing
to,
is, when you look at CME, that is a new high.
I mean, to me, it's not. It's just not that important. I see 5 dominant swings to here. I see an adequate move to correct everything, and then I see an impulse off of that. That's why I flipped. Basically, because contextually, to me, I'm like, so the way I practice is that I just keep everything simple. And when things just stand out, I don't ignore them. And I use that to anchor myself. So now I'm anchoring myself. Is that this an impulse to this 5? And that we put another impulse in. So again, it can be a really funky C in a non-rules abiding correction that ends there, or it's bullish. So now I'm going bullish. And I said on Twitter, bottom end. But really, I mean, I'm 60-40. But, what's funny is these guys, specifically Monty and Erie, roast me because they're like, oh, you're too, what do you say I am? I'm not like, I'm too vague. I'm not convicted enough or something like that. But, I was telling somebody, like, they were like, how confident are you in, like yesterday, how confident are you in that? I'm like, 80%, which is like the highest I would ever go. The highest ever. So to say 60-40, you're not going to, at this degree with the level of uncertainty we've had, you're probably not going to get much higher out of me. So that's where I'm at.
Throw a channel from the 2 through the potential 4 that I talked about, and then project it from that expanded at 3.
Yeah. I mean, this is an important channel no matter what, right? And then we also have...
I have no idea what your screen is showing, so I'm
showing that channel. Yeah. And then if we draw this here, we finished up in the golden corner pocket. So, yeah, there was confluences on why this impulse ended where it did, and absolutely it can reverse here, and we see why it did show resistance where it did. But, if we go down in 3, come up, break that. So, obviously, the longer you wait, the safer you can be on the call, but I just think that contextually, for me, the bullish case has now outgrown the bearish case. And for those that don't know, I called an ETH bottom like a year and a half, 2 years ago now. Where I called the ETH bottom back like...
Oh, guys. Breaking news. Jim Cramer says, short the NASDAQ and invite me to your funeral.
Oh, shit.
So
we're going down.
That's bad news, guys.
For the NASDAQ. What's bad for the NASDAQ? But anyway, I call it an ETH.
Do you want to talk about ETH real quick, because Mecca wasn't able to make it, and he's a boy.
Well, he's not here, so I honestly don't even pay that much attention to ETH anymore because it's always similar to Bitcoin. But basically, if you want to know what ETH's doing, listen to what Mecca is telling you.
Yeah, let me pull up. I'll pull up the ETH chart and just put what he's saying on there, just so everyone can see.
All right, well, you're on screen.
Well, I need some time.
All right, surprise.
You don't seem to be. Oh, you're looking for his. Yeah. Okay. Well, back to in other news.
No. I'll get it on there. I'll just start throwing this shit up. You guys can chat while I'm doing that. Let me bring it over. Can you see the Ethereum chart that's blank?
Now we do. Yep.
Okay. So go ahead and chat. I'll start labeling this up like he is seeing it.
Yeah, and don't think it's lost on me for a second that I've got that, and this is interesting. We've been seeing this the last couple of months, is that I've got that my idea on the ES hasn't changed on S&P, but Bitcoin has. But they've been completely interwoven in price action since COVID, right? But for the last few months, we've started to see divergence in that. And this is not something that's always been. In fact, for those of you that might be newer in crypto, one of the things that was an appeal to it is that it was divergent from the major markets. And we've started to see that again. So I'm not necessarily.
We've got Hoves pulled up here. I'm going to just comment. The look is, again, a triangular one. Mm-hmm. I know that it is not necessarily breaking down well, but it's hard not to see a very similar count to what Hove has on the ES with like a zigzag down, some sort of correction going on. That's maybe not standard or not clear, because I can see the counts for the impulses, but at the same time, I can probably count some of those as 3 waves without too much trouble. And so, I mean, I can still see the case. The lows? Yeah, so like that hit the one.
This one right here.
It's all good.
I think that could be a 3 wave to me pretty easily.
That's something I've been saying since that happened.
Like that could easily be 3 waves. But then we could also have had a 5 wave down to finish, like an expanded diag maybe.
Yeah, truncation.
Yeah, and it ended there, and now we are on the way.
Don't really have expected price action after something like that, but.
You're right. See, this is why Tudum is the best in the space, and I'm just good. Because I look at what I see, and I'm like, oh, that looks like a triangle, and I know that it's not quite right in the subdivision, but I still keep that that plays in my head. It's hard for me not to.
No, there's other, and I think that things that stand out to you should. But you were talking about potential for the ending diagonal that's truncated, et cetera, et cetera. I'm just saying, like, basically, I don't know.
I'm trying to justify my count. What I'm trying to do.
Well, the diagonal would be against your count, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, not the triangle. Just like I guess I was saying what else I see there. Like that looks expanding diagonal to me. So
right, and if it were, you would expect like way more.
A moon right there.
Yeah. Especially
maybe that
diag
is
slash
corrective.
Yeah. I would say with pretty much at this point just about certainty that it's corrective.
Which part's corrective?
The blue, the first 2 on all the way to your back November.
Not a truncated 5th.
This one
to that level.
Yeah. Oh, you think this is?
I think all from that 1 to that 2 is corrective. Absolutely. I would say
you don't think this is a truncation of a triangle right here?
So I think that you're looking at a lower degree than I'm talking about. So if you circled the whole price action from the high of the 1 down to the 2 of the low, I think that is
it's a corrective move.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I thought you were just talking about just this.
No, I had that as a truncation.
So this is.
Oh wait, Erie, was I talking about the wrong degree?
No, we're talking about the same degree.
Okay.
I was doing.
Hove's over here charting.
So...
Making his next Twitter chart.
Well, we're trying to give him some time here.
Yeah, no. So this is what Mecca's idea is. Based off just regular projections, I don't even know if this is the 5th is in. I don't know if he thinks that, but this is the idea that he has with Ethereum. And it looks all right, but it's pretty stuck in this channel.
Well, can I interrupt for 1 second? Because this reminded me. I wanted to talk about this before I got off Bitcoin, but, ADD, while you let me run this stream, hold on. I'm just going to show mine real quick because this reminds me and kind of is confluence. And so when I was saying previously that, bottom in, and when I posted it to Twitter, I labeled it as a 1, but to be honest, it's a 1 or an A in the air quote bullish scenario.
Yes.
So you know, and this is something that I haven't talked about yet, but this could easily, to me, be an irregular bottom, go up for an X wave, test potentially even up to maybe all-time highs, and then come back down. But or not even close. Maybe it doesn't even go there. But A, B, C, where this would be a 1 of a C, right? So, you know, where does that project out to? But if that's a 1, then I mean we're still getting super high. But again, even in it could still be that this is, you know, W or A, and then, you know, B. You know, that all can still happen. But again, that just reminded me that, you know, that's one of the scenarios that plays firmly into the air quote current bottom in for me. And that's one of the reasons why I'm over to that 60-40 level. So it's still not.
It could actually be a corrective wave of a larger correction.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. All right. Back to Hoof.
Back to me.
Yeah. Well, just because I saw this and how you show this going up,
that channel would play very well if it stopped at the end where you have the higher degree third, then we would look at it as a 3-wave move, and so the double zigzag would still be perfectly in play there, even if it's not a triangle of some kind.
Yeah, basically it would confluence into what I was just talking about on Bitcoin, which I wanted to say before I got off Bitcoin, but we kind of shuffled off quick. So yeah, I could see, you know, basically where that micro blue 5 and you put 3 ends, that is a 3-wave move completed. And if that does happen, no matter what, you should be super, you know, cautious. Yeah, cognizant. That, and I always say that, you know, that's why people love 5th wave trades. And I hate 5th wave trades because we have so many more opportunities. Yeah, we have so many more potential opportunities for a 3rd wave, a C wave. What's the 5th wave in a zigzag? There isn't one. So that's why it's like you're just cutting yourself out of so many, you know, you're cutting out a big piece of the probable pie when you're going for
and even worse, if you're long for the 5th that never comes, you miss the trade going the other direction too.
And, you know, spoiler alert, Jeffrey Kennedy said the 5th waves were his favorite trades, and that's why earlier I said that I was better than that. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
So look at where this is rejecting on the base channel from all-time high.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you're saying pop goes the weasel is what you're saying, or you're saying rejection?
If it rejects, it's a nice area for it to reject. It hasn't broken the base channel, but I drew this up just quickly. But if we do get that 3-wave move down that you talked about for Bitcoin right here into that 2 that Mecca is looking for, if you don't grab this here, I mean, the next best play in my idea or in my mind is once we break this base channel, if we can get a retest,
give me
then that's your entry. Because if you look on that high time frame support, we're still like right there. So if it gets through, back test that channel,
caution,
and the support, boom.
Caution. When that happens, it doesn't usually give you much time.
No,
it's like a touch.
Yeah.
So, but you know, you could always just buy the 2 low here, plan
and
to
then
maybe
put more
potentially
money
be
in
out.
when it retests.
Could do
Load
that.
it up.
Yeah,
that's how I do it.
You know, but like Hove said earlier, that's why you do the DCA strategy. And like I said in one of my Bitcoin videos not too long ago, because it's, you know, it's people, whenever you post something, I remember I posted like I don't know, some GRT video that I was just trying to get views on. Somebody was like, yeah, you must have missed it. It's like, nah, I didn't miss it. It's like, you know, that's what we DCA for. Like,
you're holding bags so bad.
We're talking about trades here. So we're talking about trading. Yeah. And it's like, okay, I wish I was holding bags. The shit was up over 65%, right, James? James in here.
Actually, that goes into another thing. Why I think a new low is coming is because James is coming back from vacation.
Oh, he's been back.
No, he came back today.
8 a.m. this morning. 8 a.m. this morning he landed.
But he's going away in like a month though. So we got
June and July. So we have a 2-wave.
A wave 2 until June, and then it's time to go. Go ahead, Brick. Tell him what the hell we're talking. Tell him what we're talking about.
So, without fail, every time James M goes on vacation, the market pumps, and
it's scary.
Within like the hour.
Yeah,
within the hour of taking off on a plane, it happens every time.
Yeah, and just this last weekend, it happened again. He got on a plane and price action started pumping.
Stupid.
This
It's
whole
so
dilly
weird.
was from it, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm coming back for vacation," and
Rejection.
now it's
Cop
getting a
said.
retrace.
Dude, it's gotten to the point where he just goes along right when he's getting ready to go, and he just makes money.
Yeah.
So we'll
Let's send him on vacation again.
we'll be sure to retweet him when he tells everybody he's going on vacation next time.
Yeah, we just need to keep him on perpetual vacation. Join us and fund James for vacation.
All right. What
That's
else?
good. A little a
Matic low
GoFundMe
time
for
frame?
vacation.
Yeah, Matic. Let's take a peek at Matic real quick.
All right,
'cause
if you got last minute requests, guys, we've been on about an
Yeah,
hour and a half.
I mean,
minus
our
me
view-
screwing up early.
our views are actually a lot of people are hanging with us, so thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. Like we're going to keep going as long as people care and act like there's something to talk about.
Oh wait, are we pumping?
Yeah, Bitcoin's getting a little move.
25.2. Okay. Okay.
Looking like we're finishing up a potential impulse here. It's not diverging.
Just give me
All
my
right, so
give me my
Matic.
28,000.
Yeah, go flop on over
Give
to
me,
Matic.
give me my 28,000 so I can get my Twitter clout.
Hold on. Let me just look at this on the low time frame for the boys.
What are you looking at?
I'm just checking the measured moves here on Bitcoin. So we got a nice MM that's coming to, yeah, that one's there. Then that one broke there. Then tweaked to this one. Yeah, we got a nice MM that finishes up here at 25.99-ish on Bybit, FYI. So once that breaks, we'll look, depend on if it reacts there. Then, of course, you'll just draw another 50% pullback from this 24.6 to whatever the high is. If it goes through, you got to do the measure move thing. And, yeah, you got to watch the training videos to know how to do those correctly. Or just watch videos on YouTube and don't know how to do them correctly. Either way. All right. You got it up, Hove?
Sure.
All right.
Let me know when my screen's up. 'Cause
Oh,
I
you're
have
up.
No idea.
You're up.
Okay. Based off of just fibs, I think we get up to the Monty zone up here at that 170 level. But this looks like a perfect correction, ABC correction, and now we're getting an impulse. It's tough to say whether this was 1, 2, 3, and then this was an expansion for a fifth. That's where I'm pulling this fib from. Let me pull this all the way over and I'll start marking stuff up. Something like that. But we came up short here. I'll jump over to actually, let me keep this one. If this is another ABC, this would have been flat, another zigzag. What I'm saying, like this was A, B, and C. So what I think might be going in here is some form of diag, actually. So coming back to here, this could have been A, B, C here for the 1, then A, B, C for 3, 4, and 5. Let's see if this is short enough. Yeah, so that's still good.
I mean, I know it's not rare because everything's so correlated in crypto, but everything looks like it's in some kind of a corrective bullish move up, like because this move up doesn't look like it. That's not a good looking impulse or motive wave, unless it's just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, something like that. That's not staying in the channel because it looks. I mean, it's not pretty.
But they did ask for a low time frame though. I think, right?
Oh, okay.
Didn't they?
They did. Sorry. We're on 24 hours.
Just a
So.
flat.
I know why we're pumping.
Why? Jim Cramer?
Sato, that Korean trader,
Oh yeah,
is massively short currently.
Oh.
He's about
Damn,
to
he
be
got more
liquidated
money
again.
after his liquidation.
He's going to get liquidated again.
Yes, he's down $100,000 in.
Oh, this is true.
liquid-
This is a true story.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, right now.
Didn't he lose $1 million the other day?
His
Yeah,
viewers,
1.2
his
million.
viewers are squeezing him.
1.2 million liquidation and 25,877 is his current lick price for another 155 grand.
25,877. Sorry, I gotta look. 25.
So from the high, in my opinion,
That's a lot.
this looks 3-waved. I don't know if you guys can see my shit.
Did we overlap? Yeah, we overlapped. Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
we finished 3 down. We overlapped. So, but then the move, just like I was talking about on Bitcoin, that shit looks corrective. So I would say probably unresolved corrective at this point, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
This is
What? Where was that low? Where'd you pull that low? That was the 2 low?
That's
Yeah.
too low.
Juicy.
Potential too low.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I
You know
mean,
what-
in
you know what I mean.
reality, this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, and like a 5 there. No, that doesn't look right. But this looks right.
That
1,
looks
2,
like a
3,
1-2 of some sort. Yeah.
Extension of 5, maybe.
Maybe.
It's nine
Yeah.
swings, maybe.
Yeah, and then 3-3. Maybe you did a 3-3. 5 to the, but that isn't 5. I don't know, man. It's ugly. I don't see anything highly probable. What I do see is that 618. What I do see is 3 finish moves with overlap from the high, and what I do see is 1, 2, 3, 4 swings with overlap from the current low, meaning that if it is a corrective, it's unresolved to the upside currently. That's what I look at. So that's, for my Elliott wave, that's without drawing it up, that's where I'm at. It's okay. This is an upside corrective move, likely, maybe not, but either way, corrective or bullish, and I'm talking like hard right edge, unresolved. And then after that, I'd be pulling like from the top for measured move for bearish and stuff. You see how it's like 5 swings?
Yeah.
So if it is a correction, it needs to be at least 7 after
7. Yeah. Yeah, because it's not an impulse with 5. It's not a motive of any kind. At 5, so
yeah, I don't see it as a without measuring it, it doesn't look like it
doesn't look
compliant
expanding or contracting. It's just lots of chop.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to tell you.
That right there, that's quick and dirty Elliott wave is what that is. Useful.
The way I just walked it out, it verbally is basically the only way I approach the chart at any given moment. And anything in depth beyond that, I just don't even go there usually. But I mean, I'm thinking about the whole theory at the same time. So people might say, "Oh, well, that's in depth." Well, these things are second nature. And
This looks 3 waved on the lower time frame.
it does.
Like this move right here.
It does. Dude, that could be. Is there what
Expanding
could a truncate?
down?
Could that be a truncation?
Truncation here?
No, at the top of that big that 3 wave you just identified.
This?
No, the next one over.
Oh, it didn't go any higher and then it fell off.
Yeah. It doesn't. I mean, clearly that doesn't look like a clean impulse to that level, but that, like you say, that looks like a very clean 3 down. Either way, we said it was corrective, right? So
the way I can possibly see this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into A, B, C, because that's an expanding diag potentially. And then if this is that expansion, I'm pretty sure that's over 1-to-1 just by eye. Whoops.
just
Yeah, it is.
some sort of flat that ends there. Oh wait, it wouldn't be a flat though because it doubles.
So
Another diag in play, right?
No,
So
because
it'd
you're
be
saying
like-
that's 3. Oh, I got you.
So like this.
Yeah.
And
But
then-
either way, even in that case, we still don't have 7 swings to the upside. We have 5 swings in a non-motive.
perfect 50 rejection. So
3. Oh wait, actually, I mean, you could have a triple zigzag finish there, but I don't like it. When you start getting triple zigzags, it's like
Yeah.
I mean, this looks more like a ABC right here, and then an X, and then maybe an ABC, where
Still working.
where there'd be one more push up.
Yeah.
It's just that
But-
that one on the right would be literally that whole zigzag that you said on the right would be the same size as a subwave component of the one before. So to me, I wouldn't want to personally expect that they are relative waves. I would think they're of different degrees.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
for all we
interesting.
know, this could have been ABC for WX, and then this is a Y,
Why?
ABC. Since
That's
it's
what I was
3.
saying. Yeah. Or it could be a truncation of some sort. But basically, what do we have here? We don't have a high degree impulse off the low to the big high. We look like we're corrective down. So like Erie had said when we first opened the chart, an unresolved corrective to the upside. Yeah, there you go. Which that whole move that's labeled as a white 3 looks corrective. And there you go. So it all fits.
Yeah,
Actually,
I
I forgot all about this. So everything we just talked about fits to where Hove did his artwork earlier. So yeah, and then that could be bullish.
Yeah, that could be the leading.
That was beautiful,
one.
the way that worked out. I don't know if anybody else was. That was beautiful.
And that's also
That's invalidation at 1-to-1.
yeah. But
Draw
right
that
here,
again. Where's the
you
1-to-1?
got- Right here.
Well, that 1.978 would be invalidation.
So that's
of
1-to-1 on the
contracting
log, but
diag.
yeah, what would be? See, can you do 1-to-1 on the percentage? Ooh, that looks better. Yeah. So wait, but is that? But see, that fib tool didn't move, did it? Click percent again. One more time. Oh, it is changing.
That's non-log.
Oh,
This
I
is
thought
log.
Okay, but when you click percent, it doesn't change.
No, percent doesn't change anything.
No.
Okay, because that's
So
like the real rules.
you got the Monty zone here, but you also have the value area high of this whole range right at that Monty zone.
What's the percent run on that to get there?
From here,
60-something percent.
50%.
50%. Okay.
I mean, it's ugly, but it all seems to fit.
So this could be a fourth because when you look at this high time frame, this looks more like 3 waves up than it does as an impulse. So if it comes up like this to finish that 5, 3 down, and then you get that final impulse up, and then this could be a leading or it could be an ending. I have no idea. But
I think that gives somebody something to work with though in the low time frame. That's a
yeah,
pretty
I
good.
posted that I thought we'd get to the 169 level.
Any last minute? Maybe we get some quick hitter requests in here. We've been going for over an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
What do you guys want to see?
I saw someone say VeChain, VET.
The official blockchain of UFC,
Vet?
level 1.
Is that true?
It is.
I can pull up my old chart.
Yeah,
of
you,
that.
you had one for it, so you might as well just pull that up and not spend too much time.
What the fuck is it?
All right. Well, he's
So
doing
this-
that. I'm trying to.
This was my last chart. And it came down. I actually been posting this on Twitter a lot. I think all the way from this 9-cent level, we talked about a rejection here, then down to this level. It got that. And then we've been following it. And look, I talked about another rejection here down to this. What level is that? 1.5 cents. And it's to the tick of this level where it hit our first dollar cost averaging that I posted. Now the question is, and I have the same question with Dot here, to be honest, is this a ABC? Because it looks pretty corrective, like a 3-way move down. So this would make this whole thing an expansion where this is A, B, and C. But the problem
down
here,
even further.
yeah, problem here is it's
I mean, it's
right
big,
in
but-
there. So
Yeah, that's okay. We've got H bar. Pull it up. Let's do a 1-minute review of H bar. See what we can come up with just on.
All right. I'm gonna roll that one.
all right, go for it.
H bar. We'll just do. That's crypto.
And after that, someone requested XHV. So, Ho, if you want to get that,
All right.
Okay. H bar. What time
But
frame
on-
did they say?
But on vet, it looks more like a
No.
3-way move down so far. I would need to see a completion of a 5th wave down on this micro for me to think that we're going to be seeing new lows. Like, if you did catch this
You lost
DCA,
your.
like,
They took away. You don't have.
No, I put him back.
Oh,
oh,
you did. Oh, okay.
if you
sorry.
did catch this DCA, I would still keep it. Like, all my dollar cost averaging hasn't changed. Like, just because we got these good moves, I'm thinking
You're not moving the stop up and
long-term.
putting it underneath there.
Correct. Like, for all we know, it could wick just barely below this low to create a new low, and then It's done.
Bones. And it happens for about 5 minutes at 2 a.m.
Yeah. It always happens when I'm fucking sleeping.
Well, this is a China. This is a well. It should this should happen in your time frame because this is a China.
China?
Yeah, this is a China coin.
Dude, I'm a.
Yeah.
So I like my sleep.
Yeah, you do. You've always been a little sleepy guy. Hope is like had an old man sleep schedule since I've known him.
Yeah, I freaking barely stay up until 10.
Oh, I didn't even know you stayed up that late.
Barely.
Well, it just feels that way.
Dude, I remember the first time it was like 8:30. We asked him to do something. He's like, it's late.
Yeah.
8:30 is when my day starts once the kids are down. It's like, all right, sweet, I can work.
Yeah, no, I'm going to bed at 9:30.
All right, H-bar.
Yeah, so we're starting to drop viewers here. So let's wrap it up and give people what they want and
Good.
head on home.
I'm ready to wrap myself. All right, so H-bar. All right, this is going to be a quick 60-second. Very depressed. This is the look of a coin that dies, of a stock, even that dies. No. To this level. And then we pumped with 3 waves off that low. Is H-bar something I shouldn't say that about?
No, I thought the same thing when you pulled it up, though.
It looks like a chart that is dying. Yeah, it looks like a chart that's dying. This looks like opportunity to remove your bags, and now we seem.
And if you're down 90%, be glad you're not down 100, right?
Yeah, I mean, and it looks like we potentially are mid impulse here.
It doesn't look that bad, dude. You're looking at a low.
Is that a low time frame?
No, not the low time frame, but the price action that he has, like the price history, is like
short,
way better on Binance calculated by TradingView, because then you see
that's what I'm looking at.
Wait, go all the way back.
I'm all the way out. I'm on 3-day. It goes. So
I'm
listed in 2019.
Okay, I get. I'm seeing a delay.
Yeah.
You should see the 3-day by now. Where
look
at
my
January
screen.
2nd, it looked really bad.
Put it on log, and look at my screen. It looks like
but guess what? Your bank account affects your bank. Your bank is in real terms, dude. Here, I'll show you. All right, you're up. Yeah, but it looks bad. I mean. Yeah.
This doesn't look too terrible. It came down and basically tested the support level and now bounced off. Like, I don't think this is too bad looking, to be honest.
Well, I think he was saying until January 1st, because that's when it got the pump.
Yeah.
Until January 1st, it looked like it was up just fading off.
But we've seen those, right? We've seen those where projects that are dying will get these big pumps. They'll go up multiple
low
X,
liquidity,
but
and
never come back to those all-time highs again. Not saying that's the case. Don't know anything about this project. Heard about the coin. I'm sure I've traded a few times. But it's basically it's one of those. I'm not saying I would never say buy bags on something I don't know about. I would never tell you to buy bags anyway because this is educational, not financial advice. But I definitely see 3 off that low, very bullish 3, and a 3 off the high, but what looks to be in a wave 4 where we're going to make an impulse.
Incomplete.
And, probably finish another wave to a new low relative to the 2020. It looks like that was this year, that low early this year. That's what it looks like to me. All right. Anything else to add, or we got anything else to look at? We're going to wrap. What are we going to do?
Do Haven real quick. Just someone asked, and then Mojoka asked for silver. So Tuts, if you'll do silver. Get your silver chart up, and then
I can't, man. I can't do it. I have to do it live. I can't do it off to the side. So, Hove, you get something else up. I'll look at silver.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what he was saying. Like, you do it.
Do you want me to do it live? Okay, cool. I was talking.
Yeah. I was just saying you get ready for that.
I have to do it.
Explain to them too, Hove, the price action on the left.
Okay, so this price action is from Bitstamp from way back in the day. Bittrex, from way back in the day that we grabbed this. Monty and I grabbed it. Mine didn't save, but Monty's did. So he ended up sending me the fractal of the whole price action history. So I was able to reimpose all this stuff where I had the value area high with the POCs of these levels. So this is the whole price action. It gives a lot more than what is just showing here on KuCoin, but it helps us with identifying those levels of interest. And I think, well, back in July of last year, I posted that we're likely to get this sideways style correction and then head for that lower POC, probably 22 cents. And I think we're about heading there. The problem with this coin is there's just such low liquidity in it that you buy $1,000 and you're gonna get like a 5% wick. It's like crazy. So for me, I do have long-term positions in this, and I'm not trying to trade this, but this kind of looks like an expanding diag from the top, and I'll get it on.
Does literally $1,000 move the market?
Yeah, it's like
it moves it, but
liquidity.
not. It wouldn't make because
That's
I was
crazy.
trading like 15 grand.
Dude, I remember when I used to be able to move the Ethereum or like I could never move Bitcoin, I don't think, but I used to move Ether at Litecoin back in the day. That used to be fun.
Yeah, this one I'll try to sell or buy, and it's just like you almost have to mark it, but then you mark it, you destroy yourself because you're just not going to get filled.
So this is kind of what I'm seeing on the low time frame, expanding diag for the one of the overall price action. And so far, this looks like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks like an ABC. We have a wick overlap, but this is so illiquid that I would let it go. So this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Why is it in your bag? Why is it in your bag? I want to know. I don't know.
It's a privacy coin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they built privacy off of XMR, and then they've got a derivative for USD, a vault that's basically
it's a private stable coin.
Right. So you can have it in your vault and you send it, and it's like you can't track it. And then you can go to X assets, which are basically you can go to change your X HV to XUSD, XBTC, X gold, X silver, X Great British Pound. The GBP.
So it's a lot like that milkshake thing they got. Basically, the feds are shutting down.
Oh yeah, this is 100% not cool with the.
It is not kosher.
Not cool.
It's not kosher. But why do you? I mean, if this is truly what you believe in privacy,
that's why you're in crypto.
Exactly. You do this because they're not cool with your money. So
right.
Sorry.
So man, this looks more like three-way, but if it does end up getting a low here and we get another push up, then I think that's just and like we always talk about, like we expect a sharp and deep retrace after expanding diag. Probably wouldn't want to see it break this channel low. But eventually I think those lows are coming. And if you are a fan of this in general, then I would just be adding to a dollar cost average because of the low liquidity on something like this. Like I don't trade this. I look for easy charts to trade, not just this is
not something
messy.
that ugly.
Yeah.
All right.
Basically, to get a position that you want here, you have to have liquidity capitulation into your zone and have your order sitting there.
Yeah.
And just let it sit. And now you wait for the bull that's going to take a while, liquidity wise, to take over. So, all right, let's do silver and then let's call it a day.
All right.
Yeah,
so
it's getting hot here in Hawaii.
All right. I haven't updated this in quite some time. Yeah.
Getting excited about silver.
I haven't even looked at this thing in a while. It is a little exciting with the price action this week, so that's probably why you asked about it. I don't think I've updated it. I mean, since you can see I'm pretty sure Mojaki said ask, so he's in Discord. He can look and see when the last time I did it. I haven't really been looking at it because I've been disappointed in that I thought that the bullish, and I do see that I gave us two scenarios here on the last one, but after overlap here, it was probably after the overlap. We are just in the area of where 1212 would be out of the realm of probably I would say probable, but really we hung on. So this is cool.
We did hang on. It's a really nice trend line there from that $17 low.
17 low.
Yeah.
Talking about this guy. Oh, this trend line. Yeah. This basically that would be a real trend line and not a base trend channel like I drew.
Correct.
Yeah, basically expand. Oops.
I did
God.
update on that on Twitter too.
Yeah. Juicy.
But I think the low at 17 is still good.
Juicy. So that would mean not taking that off the table, but that would mean it's 1-2-1-2 is what that would mean.
That's
to me. So either way, I don't think that this is out of the play, so we'll leave it in there. It did just hang on to where I would say we could be probable. The way that we reacted, quite nice. We know why it happened. And on the low time frame, I don't even got to zoom in. This is impulsive, right? So we know what to do, right? You got an impulse off the low. Is this a C? Contextually, this is the way we think about it as Elliott Wave traders. Is this a C? Class?
I can't see what you're saying.
Okay.
So.
It's not a C. Okay. So if it's not a C, that means it's a 1 or an A. Okay. So we get in 3, buy the retrace, take a long. Elliott Wave simplified. Somebody should make a course on that one day.
Sounds like you want to make one.
Yeah, we've got it. We've got people.
Yeah, I might know.
Oh, we have a ton on Elliott Wave. That's for sure.
So the only thing that I guess, and this is me looking at a daily chart with absolutely nothing marked on it. It looks like we had some kind of a flat coming off that $30-ish high, right? Maybe some kind of flat.
Yeah.
So we could still be putting in a more complex corrective type structure. So we'll head back up. We could go sideways between $20 and $30 for the next year and a half.
We could break the 17 low. To be honest, if this red ABC
it could be a
is
C.
the count, I would think that we would personally.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense to me considering the environment, runaway inflation.
Agreed.
Pretty fucking ridiculous. So, yeah.
But that's putting, like you said, that's putting an external story onto it too.
Yeah.
We try not to. You preach to me not to do that.
I do, but I can't help it sometimes.
I know it's just so like, how the hell is
But every time that I try to use my brain and disregard my TA, I know that my brain is stupid. My TA is smart. So,
all right,
cool.
cool.
So I'll jump into XRP since that's our last one, and I've been following this trade for a fucking while now.
Guys,
we're still long on that in the Discord.
Standard, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been over a month now, live trade.
Yeah.
I was long. I took this and I took profit on it back way a long time ago.
So yeah, same.
Yeah, thanks for telling everybody else.
Well,
I told everybody in the live trade, I said, I'm going to move my stop to invalidation. And if it hits invalidation, it's coming down for new lows and we'll get that box. I don't know if my screen is showing or not.
Yeah, you're showing.
Okay. So I posted this on Twitter as well. I don't know if this low is in. We did get the entry a little bit ahead of the 618. You can see my ladders right here at 35.45. I have another one lower at 33.91-ish. But this might not be complete here. So I haven't changed anything. We have our entry in profit. This looks like a multi-zigzag into our support level, 618. I'm still seeing it the same way. This can be an ABC right here, but I'll pull up the micro that I posted for members. But if this is that multi-zigzag, I would then think we're going to get that roughly 33 cent level. But one thing I did see, I have so many charts, so bear with me, is this potential. Here, let me clean this up. Sorry, guys. I trade off these charts, so they just get messy. This looks like an ABC so far. So what I'm also looking at, sorry. This looks like an impulse down. This could have been a leading diag.
That move from that yellow A to that yellow B is why I ignore that chart.
this could have been a leading diag.
Oh man, see, I see a double zigzag is like the first thing that jumps out to me.
I agree. This looks actually, it just looks like a regular zigzag to me, and that's how I've been counting it, because this looks like 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it just looks like a simple zigzag to me.
Okay.
But it is a valid diag, and I wouldn't put it past XRP to do something like that, because so far this looks like ABC, and like I had the channel on there earlier, now it's broken that, and this seems less like a 4 than it does an ABC. So potentially, if this was a diag where it's holding that level, I'd be looking for this to pump up to that 1-to-1, but I'm not there yet. Like, I have this entry and if it gets lower, I'm going to add this, because the overall trade is still the same regardless of
I'm digging yellow.
this.
I'm digging it.
Yeah.
Because I would say that it could be that diagonal you showed, that yellow B could be motive. I mean, is it likely? I mean, we just know that it's a bunch of overlapping moves, usually corrective, probably retrace to like a 50% level-ish, and then, project down. I mean, it fits way better. It stands out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm spot long and I'm inverse. Got it in the inverse account, waiting for those lows, and then I'll be inverse long.
Damn, you really did that. You were talking about doing that. I was like, I wonder if you're really gonna do it. You really like XRP.
And I just, when
It
it
just
moves,
melts faces.
It does. It does.
you do not want to be against it. So I just say, hey, if we're in a good low, I want to be with it, because resistance does not matter when it goes. There's nothing in its way.
Yeah.
When
That's
it wants to move.
That's true.
So.
And you want to talk about the
better be
opposite
long
of the
then.
reason why you're in crypto, this thing.
Yeah.
For all we know,
So-
this could end up as a triangle too. A, B, C, D, E, down for C, and then woo! We're off to the races, melting faces.
Was that supposed to rhyme?
No, I'm just that quick.
Off the
I
races.
like that. When
melting
it
faces.
goes, that's XRP's motto now.
All right, boys. I think that we hit everything.
I think
and,
that's
I think
that's a wrap.
they're playing the music in. So.
We hit everything plus some.
Yeah, this is a good stream. I mean, it's been a while. I feel like we should do these at least once a month.
What do you guys think in the chat?
Yeah, let us
Before
know
we go,
if
anybody
it's
that's left.
worth it to
Yeah,
you guys.
throw your critiques, comments.
I like that
any kind of thoughts you have.
I
in
like
the
that we
chat.
held numbers. I like that y'all are showing out. I appreciate you all. And
Yeah, man, we had like 40 to 50 people consistently in here, so that was nice.
listening to
Yeah.
me say
It's a good
some
crowd.
off the wall shit.
Yeah, let us know if you like this style too of us.
Because
just
obviously
kind
it's
of-
hard to get all 4 of us together for an hour and a half at a time, but if it's worthwhile to you guys, then we'll do it.
Yeah, let us
Yeah.
know. You can put in the comments in the video as well. Let us know on Twitter or whatever. We just know we appreciate you guys, and yeah, we'll try to do these more.
And these are also a bit higher level than you'll see in any of our videos, because we do have that back and forth chatter about deep Elliott wave discussions. So you'll definitely get more value.
And I'll throw the plug in.
If
If
you
you
are
don't
learning.
understand what we're saying, then come join us. We can definitely teach you all about it.
Yeah, we have.
one per week.
We have-
That's way too much.
Yeah, dude, these are tough to do. My whole life around me has been blown up the whole time we've been in here. So,
Andre, we got a little surprise for you. I think you'll like it. Just keep an eye on the group chat, the voice chat in the Discord.
ooh, I don't know what that is. I
We
probably
just
you
talked
did.
about it.
Yes, you did. We talked about it Monday night, man.
Yeah.
surprised for the numbers. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, we're gonna tell Toots what it is again, and then we'll get back to you guys. All right, y'all. It's good. That's fun. Good talk.
Yep.
All
Now
right,
I'm gonna go
chill.
watch basketball.
All
Yeah,
right.
March Madness starts today.
Later, boys. We're out.
the same